Hi, hello, and welcome. I'm definitely not Vlad, and you're watching me play a Mistweaver from Zero to Hero in The War Within Season 2. I did a little bit of work this morning. I wanted to clean up my WeakAuras a little bit, because I've been having some trouble, so let me show you what I did. So I've been having trouble tracking whether I'm standing in Jadefire Stomp or not, because I used to have a WeakAura that was based off of a talent that they've removed. So now it'll glow like this with yellow fast lines if I'm actively standing in it. And if I step out, it glows like that until there's like 7 or less seconds left. And then it glows slowly like this. So I still have the buff from being in it, but not until I step back into it. Now it's glowing again. And I can distinguish this and the Jadefire Teachings, or whatever the hell this is. Jadefire Teachings, yes. So it's important to use Jadefire Teachings because there's a difference between Jadefire Teachings and regular Ancient Teachings. So there's that. But what else have I done? I've replaced my Expel Harm WeakAura because when I'm below 60% health, it'll tell me to use it over here. I don't actually have to, hold on. Will this be 60%? No, I'll have to go and break my ankles once more for these purposes. Yeah, see, if I'm below, I think 50%, it glows. If I'm below 60%, it just does this. So now I've put Renewing Mist on myself, which gives me this little green outline. So if I, what is that? That's Chi Harmony. That's what I wanted to say. So Renewing Mist increases its target healing received from you by 50% for the first 8 seconds of its duration, but cannot jump to a new target during this time. Now, for the best of my ability, I have not been able to find a way to track this other than actually using a thingy thing with the stuffy stuff. What's it called? Just like a timer of 8 seconds after Renewing Mist is applied to a target. So this took quite a bit of doing. I think it was a bit of a pain in the ass. I had to make a bunch of triggers, one for each party member, because I'm just making stuff for M+, right? So I only have 5 party members, myself included. So the way I set it up is when a unit receives a Renewing Mist from me, I let it last for 8 seconds. This trigger is active for 8 seconds, and it puts on this glow that you saw here. So this glow. Once those 8 seconds are up, or the buff itself expires, this is removed. So, to the best of my ability, this is kind of the best thing that I've been able to think of to make this work. Now, why did I set 2 conditions? You might have seen I have 2 conditions for whether this is active or not. One of them is if the aura itself, or rather the buff itself, lasts less than it is present. How can that be a thing if I use it and it's like 21 seconds? Well, it can be a thing because when you use Rising Sun Kick, you get the buff as well, right? You get, I think, 6 seconds of it or whatever. So 6 seconds is obviously less than 8, which means the timer for the 8 seconds lasts longer than the actual buff itself. So it's important to remove it when the buff is removed rather than removing it when the 8 seconds are up. So that's why I have that kind of thing set up. Anyway, to summarize, I have adjusted my Crackling Jade Lightning, or Jade Empowerment WeakAura. It doesn't dance in front of me anymore. It has replaced the Expel Harm WeakAura, which is still present here on your health bar if you use Shadowed Unit Frames. If you don't, tough luck. Another change is the change to Jadefire Stomp, so I can track whether I'm standing in it or not. And the final change is the Chi Harmony inclusion using unit frames. I did test this in a follower dungeon, so it does actually apply to other people. Now, if I get close to here, it's going to transfer over to them because the 8 seconds are up. So that does work as intended. And one more minor thing I did was I started tracking Strength of the Black Ox. So if I get a proc of Strength of the Black Ox, which is basically after you proc the Tiger Palm or Vivify thing that does extra damage and heals someone, your next Enveloping Mist is 50% faster to cast, and it heals or shields nearby allies for a tiny amount. So if I go over here and I spam Tiger Palm, eventually I'll get that buff. I'm going to use Vivify as well. Who knows, maybe it procs from the Vivify. But yeah, I'm spamming Tiger Palm. If I do Jadefire Stomp, I'll do double Tiger Palm. Any day now, I'm going to get that buff. Any day now. One of these days, surely I will get the buff. Oh, there it is. It has procced, so now it glows, meaning I can cast it much quicker. There you go. The little Ox guy shows up, gives us a little shield for, what was it, 3% of my HP? Yeah, 3% of my max HP. So yeah, that is pretty much it for the WeakAura changes. Let's get into some dungeons. I have a 9 Motherload. We're going to see if we can do that. I'm going to start a group for 9 Motherload, get some people in there and get going. Oh, and a little update. I did do the normal raid. I got a cloak and I got some pantaloons, some tier pants. So if I get some kind of tier set from the vault, that might be worth grabbing. Or I can do the normal raid again and see if I can get 4 set that way. And then from the vault, I can grab something else. We'll see what I end up doing. But I now have the options to probably get 4 set next week, which is exciting, and I'm very happy about that. Here we go with a +9 Motherload. This should be relatively doable. It looks like Tank is going for this side pull. He's not going to skip around and do the huge pull or anything like that. That is okay. We're going to start putting out some hots and just get ready to kick these assassins as they cast their thingy toxic blades. You want to kick them as quickly as possible. That way we can avoid them actually getting that out. Okay, we're going to stun it. Hopefully somebody kicks now following that. It doesn't look like anyone's going to kick, but I'm just going to go ahead. Oh, this guy needs to get stopped. We're going to bounce him back. Those toxic knives are coming through. We're going to revival to remove the dots after all of them have been applied. A little bit messy. People not kicking as much as they possibly could. We're going to paralysis that. It looks like we just have to touch a death them, hopefully. What is going on, guys? Come on now. The guys. You're kidding me, right? Kick or die. It's really not that difficult. Come on. We got this. We got this, right? We can do this. Okay, a little bit messy at the start. People forgetting what the kick buttons do. So that's a little bit annoying, but hey, it's okay. We warming up. Maybe they just woke up, you know, who knows? Anyway, let's get some electrocution going, and we're going to put down a bouncy thing here. We're going to paralysis that. Probably should have used the paralysis afterwards. We're going to give the tank a big shield, and let's see how this goes. Touch of death that just so we don't have to worry about the kicks anymore. I don't actually know whether the thingy thing with the stuffy stuff. Let's give the tank one of these as well to increase the healing he takes. Whether the, what are they called? Well, I forgot what I wanted to say. Anyway. I don't know if the Peacekeepers, when they are the mech jockeys, when they enter the Peacekeeper suit, do they give more percent or not? I don't know. So it might be like a net percent minus if they step into the Peacekeeper suits. Obviously, it's going to cost you more time because you have to beat up a whole Peacekeeper suit. But I'm curious if that's like a percentage loss and we might have some issues. But I think we pulled some extra stuff there because we let the mech jockey get close to the mech suit to begin with. I just had to use all of my CC to make sure the certain casts don't go through, which was a little bit of a pain in the booty hole. Oh well, so far so good. I'm waking up as well. We're getting some rude awakening here. I did spend most of my time just working on WeakAuras right now, like for the start of today, which I'm not too happy about. Well, not too happy about is the wrong thing to say. I'd rather be doing, oh, we're going this side. I've not done that so far. 4 assassins. This is going to be interesting in a group where nobody kicks. I guess we just have to look to, oh, a Peacekeeper suit. Cool. I'm going to kick one of these and they're going to keep getting knocked up. Hopefully people start actually kicking these. Oh, I was not ready for that. We're going to stun this. I don't have a bounce for that, so that's going to be very interesting when they start spinning. They're going to start spinning, and I'm going to start losing my mind. Okay. Let's get the spells off. Fan of knives coming through. We're going to touch a death, then we're going to use this big heal here. Why is this so painful? Honestly, this should not be so painful. I'm going to try and drop aggro by stealthing. I did manage to drop aggro by stealthing with Shadow Meld. This side is just, I don't know about this route, Chief. I don't really know about this route. It's going to be interesting, to say the least. Okay, whatever, man. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say here. Trying to avoid pulling this group on the side. There's no mech jockeys here, so hopefully we can take not pull any of them because the group doesn't seem to be aware that they need to actually interrupt them. This is the issue of people saying a key is easy. Like, people are saying Motherload is easy. It's just, it has a forgiving timer. It doesn't mean you can easily do stupid shit and get away with it. Oh well, maybe I'm just overreacting. It just does feel like people are kind of snoozing on, you know, the things they should be doing. But it's luckily just tyrannical, so the trash should be handleable. It doesn't take as much time if we mess up the trash. Let's move on over to the next group. We're looking at the assassin. People have been hesitating to kick the assassin, so I'm going to go ahead and kick it immediately. Because the vendor, we can CC the vendor when he does his little thing. Fan of knives, we're going to bounce that thing over. People are standing and shit. There's no chance they took that much damage. I don't know what to tell you, buddy. You need to start avoiding shit on the ground. Anyway, Pretty rough run so far. I don't know how I feel about it. All right, let's get started with the first boss. Now we'll see how well we do. Gonna use our heal ability, the Conduit of the Celestials, or Celestial Conduit. I don't know. I don't care. Not much to do other than heal that and kick the footballs. That's literally it. I'm gonna go to this side and take care of these footballs. Paladin's got the same idea. Beautiful. One more football takes care of that nonsense. Shocking Claw coming through. People easily move out of that. There's no footballs left, so that isn't too scary. The scariest thing is having the Shocking Claws. He's going to collect coins. Oh, that looked like he was going to collect those coins, I'm going to be honest with you. Tank scared me there for a second, but all is well. All right, let's see if I can deal with this with Chi G. I should be able to quite easily. It also gives me an extra shield at the start, so that's beautiful. We're going to drop a circle like this. People taking care of the other ones. That's nice. We're going to go over here. Again, this guy can kick that one, and I'm going to look to kick this last one before the thing shows up. There it is. My brother in Christ, it's not that difficult. Well, I have revival to recover from that, but that was really shit, and the tank just made him pick up some coins, so he's going to do some extra damage. Okay, and I have my Conduit of the Celestials to deal with that. That one did land at a very unfortunate spot. Looks like this is healable. We're going to Shaneloon's Gift afterwards, and then we're going to Electrocute. Okay, just dumping some big heals here into the group because we had the coins, so the dot hurt more and everything hurt more. Okay. I'm gonna get this one right in the kisser. Paladin's taking care of those. It looks like Paladin's a great... I mean, look at this guy. Cristiano, is that you? The tank is really starting to annoy me because he's keeping him in a lot of these coins. That doesn't make it any easier to heal, but we do have Chi G available. If we have Chi G, we can heal just about anything. We're gonna use Chi G before that hits, roll back in, and immediately get those 4 kicks in. We're gonna drop a Enveloping Mist and just keep getting those kicks out. That should be more than enough to heal the entirety of the group, and we good. That should be him dead. We don't have to do the footballs. The Paladin's running out to do them, but that's such a Vlad move. I didn't notice that the tank was low HP. Okay, we're only pulling 1 extractor. Thank you, tank, for being reasonable about that. Double extractor pulls kind of suck. I really hope there's no swirly here. Okay, there is a swirly here. Oh shit, I rolled into more of them. Almost rolled into the next group. Not a big fan of this. We're going to paralysis because don't know if anyone was actually reaching that to interrupt it. And the hunter then interrupts it with his ranged kick. Beautiful. We're going to kick the next one. Would love it if this thing died before the next one. I'm just going to start electrocuting it so I could potentially get it low enough to touch a death. And there's the driller. Driller doesn't matter. We move on to the next group, but focus on this guy. And we're just going to play through this. I'll put a nice circle here. I don't have paralysis, but somebody else takes care of it. Focus, interrupt that. Hunter had the same idea. Should be clean from here. You know what I've noticed is when you say kick or die, people actually start kicking. Like if you say kick or die, people are actually scared enough to start kicking. And I love that, honestly. I just genuinely love that. All right. Rapid extraction is going to start very soon, so I'm going to look to see if I can get some of these hots out. We're going to use Chi G, and hopefully I can stay in range to keep kicking at least 1 target. We're going to stun here to try and stop some of these rock lances from coming through. Beautiful. And we were able to heal the rapid extraction because we got very lucky with the circles. I don't want to call them swirlies anymore because they're very much circles. They do have these little swirls at the edge, but they're circles now. Them be circles. And paralysis for the last one. It looks like we're just dragging the Stone Fury through. I don't care about kicking the shield. The shield really doesn't do much. But that quake thing, it hurts it just hits like a truck, and it hits the whole group. So that is definitely worth kicking. I'm gonna focus one and target the other and see which one needs me to kick them. I'm ignoring the barriers again. See, the shield is already gone. It doesn't matter. Okay, group kick both of those. That's beautiful. Never mind. That one just got CC'd, it looks like, but we're gonna kick it. So that's why I have 1 focused and 1 targeted, because I have a regular kick that kicks my target, and I have a focus kick that only kicks my focus target. Here we got a couple of Earth Shapers. It's good to kick them. They do quite a bit of damage. On Fortified, I imagine this thing hitting someone is actually very, very painful. Gonna go ahead and drop a circle here on top of these. That'll interrupt these guys for a little bit, and it'll also take care of the affix. Okay, we're gonna start using Chi-Ji here to keep the tank nice and safe. Tank's definitely taking a lot of healing here. That's beautiful. I need to move away, start Chi-Ji kicking these guys. Okay, and get out of that swirly. Oh, Jesus. Or circle, whatever. I'm gonna try and call them circles. Let's put it that way. Okay, we only have one range. This isn't by accident. I wanted to get a ranged DPS so that there's only one person that actually has to be, there's only one person that's actually targeted. We have our Paladin popping his cooldowns on the Earth Rager that is not empowered, so I'm a little confused by that decision. So there's that. We're gonna use my Celestial Conduit, the Conduit of the Celestials, that one, yeah. And we're gonna try and get some Vivify heals out. It is now only the boss that we need to focus on. We can ignore this Earth Rager. The Resonant Quake is coming through. That does do AoE damage. It doesn't do enough for me to really give a shit, though. I'm not gonna use cooldowns to heal that. When we have an infused Earth Rager, that's when I need to actually do the thing with the stuff where I pop some healing cooldowns. There we go. We're ready to pop a Chi-Ji. We're going to use this circle to help our guy kite, and we're going to take care of that. People seem to be taking care of that. Okay, we need to use one of our Sheilun's gifts at full stacks, and that's the big guy dead. Beautiful. Well handled, I think. Hopefully we stay on the boss. Only kill infused, not regular add. The Paladin keeps popping his cooldowns on shit that don't matter. I don't quite get it, but oh well. The other ad might be going down here. Yep, it did go down, so we're gonna get double Earth Rager, well, a new fresh Earth Rager, I guess. You do have revival here for healing if necessary. We're gonna give our Hunter that big old shield. Now we seem to be okay. Tectonic Smash coming through. Need to use my Chi-Ji or my Sheilun's gift. Make sure I heal that tank. There's no ads for a little bit now. Is something bugged out or am I crazy? What's going on? We have two Earth Ragers spawning in now. Hunter's gonna have to hoof it. I'm gonna put this bounce back here on that because it works out perfectly with where these things were spawning in. We're gonna paralysis one of them. One of them is infused. Killed this one. There we go. I'm gonna use Chi-Ji, get those 4 kicks out, put this enveloping mist out to increase healing on the group by 10%. Put some heals into the tank. Tank could use something to keep himself a little bit safer here. It feels like he's really taken quite a bit of damage. 6 stacks of that bleed from the infused elemental, but we should be okay now. And let's use a Sheilun's gift to heal everyone to full. Boss should be going down here in just a second, and we should be a-okay. Touch of death on the boss just to get the heck out of here. Nice. Well handled. Hunter kited like a boss. Love to see it. I think this is just the easiest way to do this is just have one one range DPS. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it doesn't matter if you have 1 or 2 if you just keep the ad alive for a very long time. But it seems impossible with the amount of cleave all specs do, regardless of whether they're trying to or not. It just feels like it's pretty hard to keep that thing alive. Okay, we only have 1 alchemist in the group, so I put him on focus. We really need to move away from there. That rogue just stood in all of those tornadoes, but he realized he should release very quickly. I'm kind of scared here. I'm putting down this circle to take care of some of those. People are getting silenced. We're going to try and dispel that. Silences don't matter as much for the warriors over here, but I would prefer not to be silenced. Mastermind being kited. We're going to get the hell out of here. We're going to interrupt this thing. Rogue is taking quite a beating. I think it's from those tornadoes or brainstorms or whatever you want to call them. Looking for the Mastermind here. Going to use Chi-Ji, try and make things a little bit safer. Kicks did come through, or that was maybe just CC. I don't know. Don't want that transmute going through. It's been explained to me that basically it polymorphs people, which can be dispelled. So it's not a huge deal, but I'd rather not waste the global on dispels when I can just use my off the global cooldown interrupt on that, you know? Tank, you know you can move away from these tornadoes, right? You don't have to stand on the same spot. That's not how that works. Okay, we're gonna touch it at this one before he puts down more crap. We're gonna take care of these, and we should be able to move on to the next thing. 2 masterminds here. There's going to be lots of NATOs, lots of things to look out for. Lots of brainstorms. Tank deciding to go down the non-mover route. We're going to go ahead and interrupt that. Rogue seems to have taken care of it for us. It's beautiful. I can't afford to be silenced here, so I'm just going to stand over on the sides. Rogue gets a big old shield. This guy gets... There's one underneath me. I stood off by the side, and then I didn't look at that because I was staring at health bars. Idiot. I think we get a res here from the Paladin rather than running back because it's just faster. Brother in Christ, use a res. I think my guy just used jumper cables on me. It's a combat res, bro. Don't waste your combat res just because the Paladin's mentally AFK. Jesus. Okay, let's go. Big heals. Bloodlust, yeah, sure, why not? Starting in the middle of the room, this is okay. Tank is taking a beat down, but we should be okay. Catalyst is on this person. They're going to run it along the side of the room. That's good. And now there's going to be the exhaust fumes or whatever, propeller thingy, whatever the heck it is. Propellant blast. I don't know who it's on, but we're going to get ready to heal just about everyone. Okay, it's on that person. They're going to clean some stuff up. They stood in some shit. Not much I can do to help you, friend. It looks like we should be using this now. Rogue has it covered. We're going to give Rogue a big shield. Rogue should probably try not to stand on top of us. Okay, our only actual combat res was dead, but somebody seems to have used the thingies on them. Hunter is standing over there. We're going to give them one of these, and then we're going to do some soothing mist healing on them. Beautiful. They use exhilaration to help themselves out, and I think this is time for a new area to be moved to. Okay, catalyst is on me. We're going to drop it over here to this side. There we go. That should give us still enough space to take care of this. Tank, please, for the love of God, move it like closer to here. This is not... A tank's having a bit of trouble with positioning things. I think that's going to be their weak spot for the rest of this. For the entirety of this run is what I should say. Repellent blast coming through. It's on our friend the Paladin. We're just going to use... electrocute. I'm noticing that with this new WeakAuras setup, I'm definitely using the electrocutes even less. I used to use them mostly for damage, but now I want to try and use them for healing. See, because here, like, I'm able to keep that guy topped very easily through the propellant exhaust or whatever it is. I forget. Propellant blast, whatever. You know what I meant, but I've been neglecting it because it's not dancing in my face as much. Anyway, there's the catalyst that's being dropped off to the side there. We do have some room. Hopefully the tank decides to move so we can actually position between the boss and this. It's on me. This should clear it. Okay, well, it's dead. Thank goodness. Tank is definitely hesitating to move. I'm very scared of this minefield now because of the movement that the tank has been showing us. Tank seems to want to activate some mines. We're going to give him a big shield and we're going to just electrocute through this damage. I'm going to put a bounce back here just to make sure these mines don't actually reach us. One is fixating on me. I'm going to fixate it. I'm going to fixate you back, motherfucker. And we're going to use Chi here for that AoE. Okay, there's the charge shot. We're just going to use Chi kicks to heal everyone up. That's beautiful. Beautiful. I don't have bounce back, but people are taking care of it. Okay, let's see. Where are the mines? Where does the tank want us to go? Oh, tank wants to go that way, the whole way. Gonna ping danger on that. This is very clearly going towards the tank. Hopefully the tank can handle that. I'm gonna use my celestial conduit because we're kind of, I don't know, I feel like we're spread out. I couldn't tell you. We're gonna stun this. We're gonna hit it. Doesn't look like I need to touch a death at. Looking at other mines, one seems to have reached our friend here. Don't think I need to do anything special here. We're going to, yeah, I didn't need to use anything in particular to make that work. I mean, in the sense of cooldowns, I didn't have to use anything because the big guy was doing his whole thing where he does the big AoE. Now we have another big AoE here. We're going to use Chi to take care of that one. So let's use that. There we go. Beautiful. Let's set down somebody's hots and try and get another set of Chi kicks out. Bouncy bounce, make that mine go away. I'm gonna stand over here and try to just electrocute it. There we go. I don't know who it was on, but I wanted that thing dead before it blew someone up. Specialist, he'll die eventually. This mine is very scary. Charge shot coming through. Do have revival. I don't think I need to spend it here, right? I think I can just chill. Do we actually need this for percent? I guess we just need it for percent because we had that little weird route. Fixates on me. Hopefully people actually switch to it. I don't want to... I just activated another mine. I'm going to touch of death this one as soon as I can because people are kind of ignoring it. There we go. There's the touch of death. We're moving on to the next thing, which means I probably need to use Chi here. Nah, I spread out these hots. That should be enough. That mine just despawned. Is it because our hunter used feigned death? I don't know. Or did it just die very quickly and I didn't realize that? I'm bouncing this around because I wanted to make sure that fixates on me. If I shadow meld, oh, it just changes fixate targets. That's okay. I'm gonna use celestial conduit here just to make sure that we heal up enough. Then we're gonna Chi to put the shield up, and then we're gonna send out the kicks. I couldn't get here because I was helping the hunter clear those things and also trying to avoid mines myself. So very scary situation here for all of us, but I managed to heal and persevere. Okay, we do have an external. We're going to send out some hots. We're going to use Shaylun's gift, and now we should be able to electrocute for the next instance of damage, which is coming up here in a second. Make sure I stand in my Jadefire Stomp, kick, and then electrocute, and that should be enough to keep us all alive. There we go. Beautiful. They don't yet hurt enough to make me want to, I don't know, freak out about it. They won't kill you from 100 to 0, which eventually is probably going to happen with Fortified and whatnot, but yeah. Still have plenty of time left. I don't think it's going to be a 2-star, but honestly, just getting a 10 key out of this, I'm happy. With how it started, I was kind of worried that it was going to go south and not actually end up timing the key, but it works out in the end. Gatling gun coming through. Tank kind of just standing in it. Tank doesn't really give a shit because I think that is physical damage, so it doesn't really affect them all that much. And it's also been reduced by 50% for some reason, so there's that. I feel like the reducing damage by that, maybe so a single tick doesn't kill you. That's kind of why they did it. I don't know. On Tyrannical 9, it does actually hurt the bomb, so hopefully we don't have an instance where multiple people are hit by the roaming missile thing. Paladin is working his way around the boss to make sure he doesn't get hit by the Gatling gun. He was getting beamed down at the start. He wasn't paying attention, but that's okay. It looks like we need to move over to here. Here's the safe spot. Tank is doing a good job of putting us in the safe spot. So he's finally doing movement in a very good way, which is very welcome at this stage. Because we had some interesting positioning earlier in the dungeon that was making me very confused. Another Gatling gun. I think he's going to go into intermission now. We're going to put down one of these circles. That should take care of most of them. Here come the adds. Looking to see what we have to deal with now. Here's the 3. There's the last one. I want to see who gets it first. We have 2 pillars close to us, so that is good. And we're positioning close to them. It is on our Paladin. Our Paladin did put it down right there. That's beautiful. That slam does quite a bit of damage. I got to make sure people are at full HP for that. Another slam over here, and then we should just all move across the room. There's really not much we can do here to the boss, so I may as well just move over. It's on the rogue. Let's put out some of these hots. And then maybe like a celestial conduit afterwards. I don't know. Or just electrocute. I think I can just electrocute the boss and should be okay. There we go. Now we got to look to see where the safe spot is going to be. It looks like it's going to be over here. The hunter may need my external. No, he doesn't. How the hell did he avoid it? Okay, cool. I'm okay with that. Ooh, the Paladin though, he got his he got his face shot off. He seems to be the one always dying. I'm gonna leave that to someone else. If I shadow meld that, what the hell? What? Oh, okay, we moved because of this. That's fine. I'm going to use Chi Ji here to recover from that bomb exploding. Do I want to spend one of my things? Yeah, let's spend one of my things. Oh, never mind. My buddy here is doing it. I'm going to let him spend his gold. Thank you, Hunter. We're going to give the Hunter a big shield to keep them nice and safe from that bomb. There we go. Oh, so it explodes when you stealth. Okay. So if you drop it with like a vanish or something like that, then it explodes right there where it is. So you can avoid taking that damage by stealthing using, I don't know, feign death, using shadow meld, vanish as a rogue, invisibility as mage. So you can bait it to the side and then make it explode safely. That is cool as shit. New tech unlocked. 24 rating also unlocked. Thank you for the run. So now we have a plus 10 Cinderbrew meter. Ooh, I don't know about that one, Chief. Gosh darn. I mean, I do want to do Cinderbrew metery, but I don't know if I want to do it at a 10 right now. I want to do Cinderbrew metery for the thingy thing with the stuffy stuff, the necklace that drops from there. That would be super cool. I tried to get one yesterday. I've also been trying to get a weapon. This thing, turns out, not a huge fan of it. It actually has less intellect, about the same intellect as a one-hander. So if you compare it to this, it has a tiny bit more intellect at 4 item levels less, but it should have quite a bit more. Because as you can see, if I equip it together with an offhand, I have 5,460 more intellect, even though the offhand is even lower item level. So clearly it has like 30-ish% less intellect, 35% less intellect, something like that, 32, 33% less intellect than a regular two-hander. But if you use this on cooldown, which I do because I haven't macroed into Rising Sun Kick, but if you use that on cooldown, it ends up being more on average, I guess. I don't know how the math works out. Or maybe this is just meant to be something for people that don't do any damage outside of their short cooldown windows, like 45 seconds. I don't know which classes benefit from that. This is probably best for someone on myth level, but it's not for me. Maybe it is. I don't know. I don't like that though. I prefer consistency over small damage windows, which is one of the reasons I don't like Havoc Demon Hunter, because all of your bursts is like a 5-second window. Anyway, I have been trying to farm the Rookery over here for the beautiful, what's it called? Hold on now. We'll take Stormcaller. Yeah, this thing. Because it gives me crit and has a haste proc. It just feels nice. There's also a bit of damage mixed into that, so it just feels like the thing to go for. It's got the right stats. I want haste, like just as much haste as possible, and then I want crit as the next best thing. I think I may just swap over to this hero one hand and champion offhand. I just upgraded with carved crest because carved crest and weathered crest don't really matter for me. I've got ruined and gilded out the wazoo, so I think I'm just going to swap over to that. Now I need to find an appropriate transmog, so excuse me for a moment. There we go. I use the what's it called, hand wrap of serenity, which basically just removes your weapon. And for the held and offhand, I'm just going to take a black rose. Why not? Let's save that. And now we're going to use this. So that means I can actually take care of my macro. Does it do anything else? RSK, it uses Thunder Focus Tea, but I'm going to change it now to just be just Thunder Focus Tea and Rising Sun Kick without using 16 slot because it has no on use anymore. This is slot 16. Now I should have better uptime on Soul Letting Ruby because I use the Soul Letting Ruby whenever I use GG. I don't know, should I maybe, I don't know. I'm probably just going to keep it in GG because whenever I do use GG, I do actually need a bit of extra healing. So this should work out just fine. It could be that extra crit for 16 seconds. I do also have this thing, but this thing, I don't really care about it. It's just a stat stick. It's got avoidance, so that's nice. I have a lot of other unused trinkets, but I don't know which of them is honestly better. I have a lot of hero rings here as well. Now, looking at my stat distribution, I might want to move some of this haste over to something, but I think haste is just so valuable that I don't want to grab these higher item level rings just to, whatchamacallits. Actually, hold on. Can I upgrade this ring for free considering that I have hero rings? Hold on. Yes, I can. Just 45 Valor Stones. That's beautiful. Hell yeah. Oh, and I can, I have hero trinkets, so I can upgrade these guys for free as well. Let's do that. Hold on. Let's get some item level here, some stats. Nice. Okay. 645. Finally bumped up an item level. That's welcome. So yeah, I genuinely don't know what to do, whether I want to do the Cinder Rumetery or not. I think I'm just going to go and farm some gear and leave it at this +9 Motherload run for this episode. I'm going to be switching to shorter episodes now because I've seen a comment about there's so many episodes coming out and all of them are so long that people can't really catch up. I know that there's a lot of people enjoying the longer videos, but I do sort of have to take into consideration how new viewers might what new viewers might prefer, because I am trying to grow the YouTube channel. I'm trying to make this a full-time thing because I've put my life savings on the line here and I'm kind of living off of those while I try to make YouTube and streaming work for me. Anyway, speaking of streaming, you can check me out on twitch.tv/definitely_not_Vlad, or use the link in the description. Give it a follow and you'll be notified when I go live and you can come hang out. But that's pretty much it for this video. If you enjoyed it, drop a like, let me know what you liked about it in a comment down below. If you had fun, make sure you subscribe because there's more episodes coming. But as always, thank you very much for watching and I'll catch you in the next video. Spin to win.